Hello again everyone, Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having Gemini on the 5th house cusp in a natal chart. Now in astrology, the 5th house governs romance, love, creativity, creative endeavors, hobbies, children, amusement, and speculation. Now the sign on the cusp of the 5th house can give characteristics and attributes to matters pertaining to that house. Now, if there are planets that inhabit the 5th house in a natal chart, this will flavor the 5th house. And also, it's important to look at where the planetary ruler of the 5th is located and what house it's in, because this can indicate the areas in life that 5th house energy is injected into. Also, what's significant is progressions and transits, because this can signify greater activity in matters pertaining to the 5th house than otherwise indicated in one's natal chart. Well, anyway, people, first thing I'll look at in Gemini in the 5th house is, as far as love and romance goes, this could be a person that may seek a partner, a romantic partner that provides intellectual stimulation as well as physical. This could be a person that may enjoy things of an intellectual nature with a partner and play, maybe get puzzle books and maybe with a romantic partner, perhaps play games that challenge the mind, such as Haiku. I don't know how many of you remember that game. Haiku, Trivial Pursuit, Jeopardy, things that are going to be such where this person's mind stays active. And also a thing to look at as far as things, as far as children go, and with Gemini in the cusp of the 5th house, well, this could indicate children that perhaps may be very erudite, very intellectual, verbose, have good communication ability. I've read it on at least one site when I've researched this, is that it could indicate twins in some cases. And I would think having Gemini on the 5th house cusp could indicate maybe even if the person doesn't have twins, in which most cases I'm sure would be true, that perhaps they might have two children that may seem somewhat identical as far as their characteristics go. Even if, say, born 2 or 3 years apart, they might have some similarities as far as their attributes and personality traits may go. So that's something to look at with Gemini on the cusp of the 5th. Now, Gemini also on the 5th, and the 5th house also governs speculation. So perhaps if this person is the type that invests in stocks and bonds, this person might have a manifold, as far as manifold interests as far as it's going, maybe has a wide divergence of stocks and bonds. And perhaps this person might invest in things that are connected with Gemini-like things, such as things connected with communications or something with computers and electronics, such as Apple, for example. And we look at the 5th house, and the 5th house also is connected with one's hobbies. So perhaps as far as hobbies go, maybe this person might be interested in creative writing, things that involve forms of communication. Perhaps this person might enjoy things that are connected with electronics and some forms of communication. And this also could be somebody that really, as far as their hobbies go, they might enjoy things that are connected perhaps with talking to others, maybe the exchange of intellectual ideas. This could be a person that enjoys variety in ways of communicating, perhaps on the computer, perhaps through reading, perhaps through assimilating information. This could be somebody perhaps as a child that maybe be interested in things like electronic laboratory, so to speak, electronic kits, and ways that this person can, just different ways that this person can communicate one to the other. Intellectual endeavors, perhaps this person might be interested in puzzle books, perhaps things that challenge the mind, that are games, as I stated before, about like haiku, let's see, Scrabble, Trivial Pursuit, Jeopardy, things that are going to challenge this person as far as intellectually goes. And also, this could be somebody that comes up with creative new ideas for as far as communication goes, such as what people have been speculating on from my research, that making images on the computer become more lifelike, become more virtually real, so to speak. They're speculating about 10 years from now that we might have something where we might have like 3D images coming from the computer, and we could be, it'll almost feel like we're in a room literally with those same people that we might be communicating with, kind of like I guess a Skype thing, but with more than two, I guess you could say, people talking, more like a conference type scenario. So this is some things to consider as far as having Gemini in the 5th house cusp goes. And this could be a person, as far as love goes. There's one other thing I want to get with it, and that this person might have a manifold or multitude of interests in love, and it could be somebody that might have more than one romantic interest simultaneously, perhaps in some isolated cases, as this person may disdain monotony in terms of love, and variety is definitely can play an integral role in this person's love life. And as far as things of amusement goes, those things would apply as well, and this person really is something where this person really might have trouble finding persistence in things that they enjoy, and it could be somebody that might go from one thing to another, and might, as far as any creative projects and endeavors may go, may start many but may not always finish them, due to the fact that Gemini is a restless sign, and it really, as far as the tenacity goes, is not really very strong with this sign. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having Gemini in the 5th house cusp in a natal chart. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about having the zodiac sign Cancer on the 5th house cusp in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.